excited about this one.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Bourky Cabinet. And this is your host, AJ.
I'm Jessica.
Sorry, I'm about to jump the gun here because I'm excited for today, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, we have new Riff. Not just any new Riff, though. This is actually one of their single barrels, and it's not even a regular single barrel that you can go buy at the store. This is actually a single barrel store pick from Liquor Barn.
Liquor Barn is a Kentucky liquor store. We are not out of the state just yet. Our guy who does all of our store pick barrels, his name be phenomenal at his job. Very rarely do I come across a bottle that he chose that I didn't like. So it's always exciting to try what he brings in. Now with New Riff as a distillery, they are kind of up in near Cincinnati. They're like just 2 blocks away from the Newport Aquarium, if I remember correctly.
You can almost take a rock from the aquarium and throw it and hit the distillery.
Yeah.
Almost.
That's kind of a weird setup that they have because they have their main housing distillery in one area, and then where they actually keep all their barrels and things, they're at a separate site located off of the premises. So it's that's a weird setup, but I guess you can't be too choosy when you're trying to find enough land to put a brand new distillery on.
Especially near Cincinnati.
Now, they were founded in 2014, so they're a newer distillery. They haven't been around too awfully long. That was a good pop.
Beautiful pop.
This is one of his favorite distilleries. It is his favorite distillery. I'm sorry, let me correct myself.
My favorite distillery.
This would be a great time for him to throw in a picture of our setup that we have in our kitchen. We have several shelves.
Right here somewhere.
In our kitchen, we have several shelves showcasing the bourbons that we have enjoyed drinking. We throw all the crappy ones away. We do take photo documentation of it, just like we remember we've had it before, but we throw that bottle away because we don't want to display crap in our house. But we have an entire shelf that is nothing but New Riff products. We have been lucky enough to, we got into bourbon not too long after they started actually putting their product in the stores. Most of everything that they do is aged at least 4 years. They have a 6-year bottle as well, but aside from that, I don't think anything really goes over those age points. They have a lot of different varieties, a lot of which we're not ever going to see again, sadly. I mean, unless they just go back and, and finally make that stuff again. If anybody who works at New Riff sees this video, please, I swear to God, hit us up. Huge fans, support you all day and all night. We have literally bought every single bottle except for the very first one that you were able to reserve. I'm pretty positive that is the only bottle that we have not been able to get. But aside from that, all their products vary. They're wonderful. They go all over the place. Everything from chocolate to malt to berry sweetness, all the way to it's just all their products are all over the place. Love it to death. Going into this one, the notes on this, because on the side label here it'll tell you a lot of times what to expect and what to anticipate. On this one it says it has an oaky nose with floral and don't even know how to say that word. Acacia, ACACIA, whatever that means. Okay, I'm from Kentucky. I don't need to know English. I get by just fine. Whatever. Anyhow, it says off-dry entry and mellow rye spice coat the tongue, clover with late wintergreen ending. I remember this one.
Because of the wintergreen.
Yes. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, this one's weird, but I think I liked it. I don't know. Well, we're going to find out. Let's jump into it. Just see what's going on here.
Oh, this is going to be great. I can't wait for this. So, naturally, alcohol rub. Prime ingredient.
Always a go-to for you is alcohol rub. Alcohol is gonna smell like alcohol. You know what I'm gonna give you one day? I'm gonna give you some either Everclear or some Genro, and you
Please
smell
don't.
that,
Please don't.
and you're never gonna say that something smells like alcohol again.
Yeah, I'm probably wrong. Let's not do that. But in all seriousness, though, this does have a sweeter smell to it, kind of like the Stellum Black Rye that we've done before. It's kind of sweet smelling in those kind of aspects.
Yeah, you get the sweetness from like vanilla, but like you also get almost like a lemongrass kind of scent to it. It's a little citrusy, but you can smell the rye behind it, so that's giving it that grassy effect. I also get the barrel straight up. I
don't know about straight up. I guess I can smell a little bit of that. Yeah, it's a hint of it for me.
Shove your face as far down as you can. No, just kidding.
Well, here I go. So with this one, it's nice and smooth in the front, and after you swallow, there's almost like no burn. Even afterward, even now, like there's still no burn. Like it tastes. Shut up. I taste a lot of the barrel. Maybe a little bit of rye in there. Your turn. You know what? Before you even, no, go ahead. I'll tell my story in a minute. You go ahead, because you already been sipping on it too.
First time I took a sip of that, I just wanted to be like, the wow, because it's very surprising. You do get a lot of those sweet notes up front. And then whenever you swallow it, you get a slight rye taste to it, but it's not, you don't get that rye singe. It is one of those creeper heats, I think, that I'm like, it's slowly starting to build up inside of me. I mean, it's slightly there now, and it wasn't there like 30 seconds ago, so. But like, we're slowly building. I also get like a slight malted taste out of it, but the most interesting aspect is that afterwards, like after I sit here and I drink it and I converse a lot to you guys, I am realizing that I kind of feel at this point that I just took a shot and then started chewing some gum. So that feels weird, but I guess it's helpful for those around you if you have bad breath, if you can smell it.
So the story for me behind New Riff, since it is my favorite one, I don't remember what I was doing or necessarily even what store I was at, but I remember going around to it was either a Kroger or some just generic liquor store, and I wanted to get a bottle of something because I'm pretty sure I was out of town for work, doing work, and I really wanted something to drink whenever I was back at the hotel and talking to her via basically Zoom, basically.
You say FaceTime.
Yeah, well,
that was the thing before Zoom, you know.
Well, we don't have FaceTime because that's Apple.
I mean, yeah, because fuck Apple. But we're Androids up in this household. I didn't see no Apple try to take over the world, just fell on someone's head.
But so she was at home drinking something, and I wanted to have something myself. So I was walking down the aisles, and literally this bottle caught my eye. Now the coolest thing about this bottle is that once you go through it and once it's empty, the bottom part of it is clear. You can actually see through it, but the whole top part is actually black, and it's still smoked out.
I'll grab one just so you all can see what it looks like. Emptied. It is a gorgeous bottle.
It's something about the bottle shape and the way the colors is. It kind of popped out to me at that moment, and I was like, I want to try that. And ever since I've gotten one and loved it, I wanted the next one, try it, see if I would like it, and so on and so forth.
This one we're almost done with. Sorry, that's why we're not showing you all this one.
We'll eventually put that in a video, but this is the malted 6-year.
But it's a gorgeous bottle, how it does that transition from the black down into the clear, and all the ones are different. Like, see how this one has the red lining and the red labeling right here. Their bourbons typically have either a white or a black one here, and then the single barrels are always orange. I think the regular bourbon is a slightly lighter orange.
No, it's the same.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that same shade?
Yeah, and then the rye, they have ryes that are green. But all of the bottles look the same. They're just be different color schemes. So it's really easy to identify which one it is. But yeah, that one's definitely my favorite. One of my favorites. Definitely a go-to for me anytime. So much so when I first started getting this bottle, it was $34.99. And since then, they have increased their prices so slightly to $39.99.
It's because I sold so many bottles that people are starting to realize how awesome they are.
It's $39.99 for a regular bourbon batch. It is pretty sure $44.99. No, it's $49.99 for a single barrel. I believe for the rye. The rye used to be the same price as the regular bourbon, but now it is like in the middle. It is like $44.99 for whatever reason. And they even have a rye single barrel, which is also $49.99. Now, all their special bourbons, like the malted 6-year and the 17 other versions they had,
Red Turkey Wheat, the Maltster,
all those were also $49.99 for all their special bottles. I don't know if they're ever going to switch that or not. I hope not, because it's just good. Okay, it's just really good. Worth having for me.
Just real quick, another shout to any people who might know New Riff peoples. Your malted 6-year here is really nice, but the Maltster would be appreciated to come back as well. Okay.
You know there was 2 Maltsters,
Yeah,
right?
I know. I want both.
Oh, okay.
That's why I didn't specify.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So, ratings.
Yeah.
You go first.
Oh. Okay. I mean, I really like New Riff. I do. But this one's not the best. Brad is typically better at his store picks. And this is weird. Again, slightly feel like I had bourbon mint gum. It's weird. God, even compared to all their other products, I would rate this at a 5.5. I knew it was gonna hurt you.
Oh
no, I stabbed you, didn't I? I'm so sorry. It's really good.
Because this one is the store pick and it actually is not as good as the other store picks that we have had or the regular single barrels that you can find in the stores, I would give this an 8. Personally, I'm giving it an 8. Yeah, it's still good for me. I still like it that much. It's still that good for me. I like it. okay. It's just that good.
He's biased. Don't take his opinion. No, I'm just kidding.
Just jabs. Just...
Nah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, that's for me. I would give it a solid 8. Just because this would probably be on their bottom tier of single barrels that I've tasted of them having. Like that, there has again so much better single barrels.
And this is your bottom tier level is at 8.
For their new Riff. I'm saying this for new Riff themselves. This is probably in the bottom, which would be an 8, because
So,
I like.
let's say number 1. Don't you dare give it an even 10, because we're only going up to 10. We've talked about this. Nothing's allowed to hit 10.
Yeah. Well, you say that if hold on. I don't give a fuck about that. If a new Riff is gonna hit a 10 while I'm tasting it here, I'm gonna say it. I don't care. This is my opinion.
Yeah, I know.
This is your opinion.
I understand.
Now, you all can give us your ratings down in the comment section below if you'd like. If you had any of these. Again, too, if you want, let us know what kind of bourbon you want us to try. And, we'll look for it. And if we can find it, we'll get it and give a review for it. And we'll even shout you out whoever, told us to try it or whatever. So, but other than that, till the next episode, don't know what we're going to try next. It's got to be something good.
It's always an adventure.
It's just, man, this.
You guys never know. We never know.
Never.
Too many options.
So until then, we out.
Ciao, mata ne.